Hi guys, it's Wednesday, so it's my turn to drive the kids to choir. But before I go, I have to share this. We beat Wildcard SSL as of today, this morning. We beat it. What does that mean? That means for those of you who normally, what would normally happen? If you get one of our Blitz packages, either it's themed to HTML or it's HTML, right? Pretty much anything, WordPress, Wix, whatever, and you get that project done and it's on our server or your server, okay, then it's HTTPS in the root, right? All the pages in your navigation menu, because we have auto SSL flipped on, you're secured. But if you go and create this massive run with the Blitz project, then you're creating all of these, what we're calling wildcard subdomains, because it's just the mixes that form the subdomains on the fly, just like that. Now, if you wanted to secure all those too, you would have to pay 75 bucks, which would secure any and every possible subdomain you wanted to create on your website, as well as all the pages inside each of those subdomains. Like we have Sauk Valley Roof Repair right? It's a sitemap though. There's several pages in that Sauk Valley Roof Repair section. Same with every other one. Anyway, it would cost 75 bucks to secure all of these, complete with all the pages inside. That's normal. That's what everyone's doing right now. So if you had a reason for Wildcard SSL, okay, here's what we did. We beat it. So we created a tool in the software installer, all right, where it's under installation options, happens to be called Batch Subdomains Installer at the moment. So at the rate of about 450 an hour, this thing goes and shores up your list of subdomains behind you. So what would you normally do? Normally you would produce the pages first. And then of course, if you clicked any of those links, it's going to give you the big gaping, warning, this website is not authorized or this web page is not authorized. Glaring obvious stuff from Google says, we don't trust the site. We don't recommend that you go turn around and go back. But in your next step, what are you going to do? You're going to take those subdomains and we are going to secure those subdomains in here at the rate of 450 an hour, up to 450 an hour. How do we do it? Let's just create a notepad file, any old notepad file, so that we can copy to it for a minute. Now let's say I was going to just grab a bunch of these, right? Let's say you were doing a control-all. I'm not going to. I got over 40,000 links in there. I'm just trying to make the point. And that way you have the stuff in your notepad file now, right? Okay, so assuming that that was everything, then what will we do? Let's isolate the subdomains. How do you do it? Well, you get rid of everything that is not the subdomains, because it all terminates the same way. Dot mainroofer.com/sitemap.html. Dot mainroofer.com/sitemap.html. See how it does all the way down, right? So we are going to replace that with literally nothing at all. There we go. Now what do we have to replace? The only other thing that's left is this. Replace that with nothing at all. Okay, well guess what? That gave us our subdomains, right? Now we know we want to create subdomains in lowercase. Okay, there are just a bunch of different reasons why you want to. But having said that, that's okay because our tool will do that for you. So check this out. And by the way, this will actually do it on any combination of websites you have in one run. So if you are on a server and you have like 100 clients, 300 clients, however many you have, okay, and you want to create a whole stack of these subdomains on each of them, or some of them, 5 of them or 20 of them, you can do it in one run. So here's how this works. Download the sample. Okay, that'll give us a sample Excel file. We're going to open it. And enable editing. Here is where we put the website name, and we can copy it down, right? And then this would be in case we have an add-on domain on that website. I know it says server and domain, forget about it. This really means top-level domain. And this means, well, is it going to be the top-level domain or an add-on domain that's on that same cPanel? Okay. So for most cases, it's going to be like this. Say we went with moji-samples.com. Okay. then in most cases it's like this. Copy that to here. You can, open these up, right? So we can see better. And then with both of them highlighted, you can drag it down. But then you can put in other websites, other top level domains with their same or other add-on domains, as long as the add-on domain is actually on the CPanel of that top level domain, right? Otherwise, it's just a perfect copy. Then the last thing to put in is the subdomains. If I was going to be clean about it, Control A, Control C, after I put it in, like so, okay, now I know what I'm doing, right? So I'm just going to drop it down. Okay. Now, if I wanted to be really, really clean about it, what would I do? I would highlight this, and since we have different places where we put like this format sheet option, I can go all lowercase. Bam, and there it is. But if you don't have that, it's not going to matter because our tool does it for you. I'm just kind of teaching you to remember to think lowercase, even if you put them in uppercase. It's good to go lowercase, all right? So then what? This is literally what you do. Totally copy the exact array. Those 3 columns, make sure you're not scooted over, or you might forget that there's a third column, right? You might go like that. Don't do that. Make sure you're all the way over and get everything, okay? 3 columns worth. Copy it. Come back here, paste it, and hit process data. And that's it. It'll take a minute or so to log in, to isolate the connection strings and double check. But do you see what it's doing? It's just moving through them. It won't take long. I'll get these figured out in a minute or two. It has to actually verify line by line. There, but then it's done. And we're just going to hit start installation and just wait. And heck, I can even do it, just like that, right? And it's just going to go. Some will go faster, some will go slower. Don't ask me why. Guess it just depends on traffic on the site. But it'll average something like 450 an hour. Okay? Now that's pretty awesome, right? Now that works for anyone who's got any Blitz package that we have, whether it's theme to HTML, WordPress, Wix, Joomla, Weebly, whatever. Whenever we convert a project to Blitz for you, then this works alongside it. What's the cost of software installer? $295 a year, which means if you plan to make 4 websites all year long, then you're breaking even if you get the Wildcard SSLs or this, okay? Because that's $300 is 4 times $75, 75, 150, 300, right? But if you're going to get anything more than 4, if you're going to go with 5 or more in a year for yourself and or any combination of clients, okay, then instantly this is worth more, okay? This will secure all those so they all work with HTTPS. By the way, if I visit right now, probably it's going to say unsecure. Why? DNS resolution, right? We have DNS propagation. We have to wait for the DNSs to propagate. It might take like an hour or 2. But then all by themselves, in an hour or 2, all of these subdomains and anything I do with them with Blitz, whether I have 1,000 pages in each one, every single one of them is suddenly secured. If I want to add more, I can add more just the same way. I can just keep going and going and going all day long. So there you go. That is a way to save $75 each. And why would you bother? Because if you were really working with a lot of websites over the course of time, it would add up, right? $75 for many of you, what is that? That's like 2 to 3 hours worth of manual labor. 3 hours at $25 an hour, right? For specialized work for somebody. Well, 3 hours, you just run this thing before you go to sleep and have it use the different websites for the different clients all at the same time and just let it run. So you could take care of like 10 clients, and really it took you what, like 5 minutes, to copy the subdomains to Notepad, delete everything else, and then just paste it into the Excel file, drag down the websites, and then drag down the next websites and the next websites, and get those subdomains from those URLs, those sitemaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you went through 10 at 3 minutes each, it's like half an hour of work to take care of 10 clients. Saves you about $750. And you just let it run all night. Okay? Tell them they'll be done by tomorrow. That's cool. All right, there you go. Hope you like that.